After being in a long-term relationship, it's easy to get into a routine and feel more like a roommate rather than a partner. I know it's important to check in on different aspects of your life to keep them strong. What are different areas in relationships that are good to keep checking in over time and pay attention to? So I think that, again, another therapist answer. A lot of this depends on what's important to you. So for me, I need a lot of like very obvious desire and passion in a relationship to feel like I'm getting what I need. And so if my partner is like not giving that like very strong and obvious desire and passion, I need more of that. And so that could be that we need to schedule dates. That could be that we need to, have like more time apart so that there's more desire that can build, right? I think that like it's about figuring out if what I need to feel is that like passionate desire, how do we build space for that to exist? If you live with someone and you see them all the time every day, it is very, very hard for that passion and desire to exist in a regular way because desire requires absence, right? Like we don't desire the thing we already have. We have it. We don't desire it anymore, right? Like desire is about a thing that we do not yet have or that we have some distance from. And so this can be about figuring out how to create more separateness in your relationship so that there is desire that can build. And I don't mean separateness in terms of like breaking up or like not caring about each other anymore. I mean separateness in terms of like spending time purposefully apart. That isn't just work time. Like having social time we spend purposefully apart so that we don't see each other as much, right? Having time that we do things that the other person doesn't enjoy. Time that we spend separated because that helps build that desire. I think it's about really tuning into yourself and thinking about like, what do I miss that I wish was here, right? What do I think about from the past and be like, oh God, I wish that was here. Because I think those areas can also change over time. And I think sometimes the way this works is kind of like whack-a-mole, right? Where like on a long period of relationship with someone, you'll have a period where what you need is for them to do the dishes more. And then they'll get better at doing the dishes, but then they're not doing as good of a job of making sure that there's date nights. And then they get better at that, but then they're not paying attention to making sure they pick up their laundry, right? And so like, I think that this is about, rather than like having specific areas to check off, thinking to yourself about like, how do I feel about this relationship now? What do I wish there was more of? What do I miss? What do I want less of, or do I need to change? And giving yourself space for the answers to those questions to be anything that you might need, because there's no right answer there. I think, a big part of it also is about figuring out for you, what are your important areas? Because I think like all of us have things that we are, more attuned to and less attuned to. All of us have things that we are better at and worse at. All of us have things that we care more about. For me, I don't super much care if someone like never spends time or like spends a lot of time separate from me, as long as we get our time together. Other people may not feel that. Other people may feel very, very different about that, right? And so for you, right, like what is it that you need to feel that your needs are being taken care of? There are some helpful like systems for this. So like fair play is more chore oriented, but can be helpful around these kinds of things. You could also look at systems like Polyamory in their book has a like relationship check-in kind of like system that you can use. So there's different ways that you can look at that might help you come up with ideas of like what's important to you. But I think, just starting with that check-in with yourself about, who am I? What do I need? What am I missing? What do I feel? Like what helps me feel happy and secure in a relationship? And what do I need more of? What do I need less of?